Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Åshild, and in today's video we're going to do a project pan update. It's about time. Although I haven't worn makeup very much this summer. I've had 3 rounds of antibiotics and it's been a lot with my eyes, so I've just either used nothing or just very minimal amount of makeup, so I haven't made the best progress, but on some things I'm pretty happy, and I do have a few empties. I have some declutters and I have some new products that I want to roll in and start working on. So let's take a look at this. First off, we have the Makethemake Niacinamide Soft Focus Primer. I am done with this now, as expected. Luckily, I did really like this primer. It's a very lightweight, not one of those sticky ones. It feels almost like a moisturizer, but it has a slight purple tint to it, which you can't really see on the skin once it's blended in. But it was a very nice primer, but I don't think it made my makeup last all that much longer. So although it was a nice product, I won't repurchase, but I don't really have anything bad to say about this. It's cruelty-free, it's nice, like smoothing, enjoyable product, and now it's gone. I just had the tiniest bit of product left in this Caia That Dewy Look Glow Setting Spray. So there was only this much left last time, and now it is completely empty. So another empty there. The number 7 lip and cheek tint in Dusk Pink has been my go-to blush this summer, and again, although I haven't used makeup all that much, this is the one that I've reached for pretty much every time I've done my makeup. So this was 11 grams last time, and now we're down to 9 grams. I did think that I was going to be done with this by this update, but unfortunately I'm not. I'm just at the very bottom here, so I don't think there's many uses left. I am struggling to get things out, so hopefully this will be gone by next time. But I do really like this blush. It's a very lightweight, blendable, soft looking natural blush. So although I don't love the scent, which is kind of like a chemical scent, I do really enjoy the product, but not enough for me to repurchase. So I'm keeping this in for a little while longer. I haven't touched my Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Pillow Talk, so there's no progress here, unfortunately. Then we have my Milani powder blush in the shade Luminoso. I think this is well known within the beauty community, and I am making progress here. Not amazing progress, but I do think I've done pretty well so far. There's what it looks like on the side. I don't think I will hit pan anytime soon, but I do see some wear on it, so I'm really happy about that. And it has gone down by 2 grams, so it's now 42 grams. Now this is going to be my declutter for this update. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that I have loved for many years. I have repressed it and I absolutely love this bronzer, but it is really old and I'm just iffy about the whole keeping really old products. I mean, this blush is also old, but I don't feel like I've messed around with it too much because this, again, I have repressed. It's been just, I don't know. It's just, I have a feeling that I shouldn't keep this anymore. So, still smells like chocolate even though I have repressed it. And with all of these powder products, I spray it with alcohol after every single use nowadays. So But yeah, I'm sad, really sad to see this gone, but I just feel like it's the right thing to do. So we're decluttering that. I did use up the little nib that was left from the Essence Super Last 24-hour something. Pomade, I think it's called. Yeah, it was a pretty good brow pencil, but because it's a thicker pencil, it's not as precise. So it's not a favorite for me. But again, it does last longer because of that. And I don't know what it is. I don't have a problem sharpening regular eye pencils or brow pencils that are wooden, but with these retractable ones, I don't like sharpening them. I don't know what it is. They break really easily, I guess, and it's just a little bit messy, I feel like. So, but yeah, I'm done with this one. Last time I said I was gonna work on one of these mascaras that I had opened, and I wasn't loving this mascara, so I kind of gave this one a rest. It's the Bare Minerals Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara in Extreme Black. So I don't think I've touched this since my last update. So I thought, you know what? It's been laying in my drawers. It has been drying up a little bit because it was a very wet formula. So I decided to apply it today, and so far so good. Can't tell you too much about it, but it was giving me like it was smudging quite a bit, and it wasn't good the last time I wore it, but I also had quite a few troubles with my eyes, so I'm gonna give this another chance. But I have come a far way with the Clinique High Impact Mascara in black. This was also recommended. I joined one of these like Facebook groups for people with dry eyes, and a lot of people really did like this one for, you know, for dry eyes, for sensitive eyes. And so I'm really happy that this is the one that I've been using the whole time. So I'm a little bit nervous about trying another mascara now, because this has actually worked really well for me. It's not anything special, but it looks natural. It lifts my lashes just a little bit, and it doesn't smudge or anything. So at least not too much, maybe a tad, like a little bit. But I am overall pretty happy with this mascara. The only thing is that it's not cruelty free. But I'm gonna give all my other mascaras a chance one by one, and if I don't like them now that I have this dry eye problem, I will go back to this one. But I have used those single-use mascara wands to avoid any bacteria growth, and I think that has been a very good decision for me. But it also makes the mascara run out a little bit faster, because I do get more product than I need to on those single-use mascara wands, and then I throw them away. And so yeah, it kind of empties a lot quicker. So I do think this, I think I'm running a little bit low on this one now, but I will give this a fair chance then. So, but this is the one that I kind of decided to work on within this project pan, and I'm doing well so far. Then we have my Sun Bum Lip Balm with SPF 30 and a banana scent. I don't know. I don't really love this. I thought I did, but it is drying out my lips. It does give a bad taste in my mouth, and it kind of crumbles up at the top right there. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to, I have barely used this, I'm gonna be honest, because I don't really enjoy this product. But I'm gonna give this a fair chance for this last maybe month that we have of good weather and sunny days, because in Norway, fall often comes fast, and fall in Norway is often pretty cold. and without much sun. So I don't really feel the need of applying SPF on my lips. It's mainly just during the summer. And I have another lip product for that purpose as well. So I don't know. I might declutter this later on this year. Not a big fan anymore. But it's great that it's cruelty free though, and it's not the worst lip balm with SPF that I've tried. Definitely not, but yeah, I don't know if I want to recommend it. So there's that. And also here is my tiny bit of progress. Then we have another Empties, my lip gloss balm thingy. It is so gross and sticky because there is still left a tiny bit of product at the bottom here. But I don't know if you can see, but this thing cracked open. So I am officially done with this, but I was so close to being done with it that I'm going to call this an empty. It was a good lip balm. It really was. But I don't think I will repurchase. Then we have my ColourPop lipsticks. I've done good progress on this one. This is called Oh Snap, so it at least used to be a very popular shade. This is how far I've come. Yeah, again, I've pretty much only been using this as a cream blush. That's what I prefer. I don't really like this formula on my lips. And there's my progress. Next, we have my Makeupmekka Sheer Lipstick in Lovely. This is a really beautiful shade for spring and summer, but I honestly haven't used this very much either. I've just focused on other products instead. And also I have been scared of using lip products again as well, because I, really just thinking about all this bacteria and germs that might be in there. I'm just nervous about doing the wrong thing and getting sick again because of a stupid mistake I'm making with some makeup products. So yeah, I've been really back and forth with some of these products, but I have decided to keep going with this one, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can get around to using this a little bit more often now. Then we have my matte iconic Milani lipstick, this red one that I'm actually wearing today. And I only wore this today because I realized I haven't used this at all since my last update. So I'm supposed to, or my goal is to use this 10 times. I've so far used this 6 times now. So this is just ridiculous. I'm not doing very well with this lipstick. But this is the progress. I didn't even mark it on the paper because it's just, there's no movement there, but I don't know. I like it, but I think it's just too much for me. I don't know. I prefer more natural shades these days, so I might declutter this one as well later on this year because it's my oldest lipstick. It's not something I reach for very often, so we'll see. Oh, I forgot to bring the Dior Show mascara primer, but there's no news there. I have not started using it at all. It's just this little mini that I have, but hopefully I will get around to use it soon. Alright, so I did roll in some new makeup products to work on last time. One of them being this ColourPop Pretty Fresh. So I was here last time, and now I'm down to here. This setting mist is so nice, especially in the summer. Because it contains a lot of hyaluronic acid, I prefer to use it in the summer now because I'm very sensitive to hyaluronic acid, so I don't want to apply too much to my skin. But it has been really nice this summer to use, and so yeah, one of my favorite products, as you probably know if you've been following me for a few years. So I don't know, I probably will be done with this one by my next update. I also rolled in my LH Cosmetics um, Fantastic in Pink Opal. This is my other SPF product. It has SPF 15 and I really enjoy this product. This might possibly be a repurchase from me. I love the packaging, it's cruelty free, it feels really nice and hydrating on the lips. I love the color and everything, so I highly recommend this one. And this is my progress since last time. I also rolled in one of my lip baths from Charlotte Tilbury. This is called Pillow Talk, and this is where I started last time, and now I'm down to here. So even though it's tiny, I am really happy with my progress, and I mean, maybe there's a chance that I will finish this by my next update. Then, since I finished my Lumiere lip liner last time, I decided to roll in this Kiko lip liner in shade 503, and this is a beautiful pink lip liner that I kind of almost enjoy more than the Lumiere one, because this is not as waxy. I feel like I have more control when I apply it. It is really pretty on the lips, and I find it more easy to wear, I guess. Considering the fact that this is a lip liner, I have been enjoying it. So let's talk about some products I want to roll in this time. This wasn't really planned to be a project. I think that I don't really remember what my thoughts were, but I don't think I planned to continuously roll in new products to work on, but it's just kind of been what I've been feeling throughout the year. There's just products I would like to get some progress on. So anyways, I want to show you the products that I am rolling into the project. Since I finished a face primer, I want to roll in another one, and this is the NYX Plump Right Back with Avec Electrolytes Mix Plumping Serum and Primer. I am using it today. I only have a tiny bit right here because I have more visible pores around this area, and I'm thinking, even though this is like a sticky primer, I'm hoping it will kind of smooth out that area a little bit. I have no idea how much is left in here. It doesn't feel like all that much, maybe a little bit less than half left of it. I'm starting at 10 grams with this one, so we'll see if I'm able to get some use out of this. I'm thinking I want to finish it, but I'm not great at using primers. It's just a step I easily ignore or forget, but I really want to try to use this up because it is a good face primer. So yeah, that's my plan. And it also, NYX is not a cruelty-free brand, so I want to try to move out most of my non-cruelty-free makeup items. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on next. Since I decided to declutter my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, I want to roll in another bronzer, and I have been working on this for quite a while now, but I've also been more careful with this one hygienic wise than the other one, so I feel like I'm more comfortable using this one, even though I actually use it as an eyeshadow. Anyways, this is a tiny little travel size of the NARS Laguna bronzer, a cult favorite, I guess, and I've actually hit pan on this a while ago, and I've just been expanding the pan ever since. I have it on today, although you probably can't see. I have a very light layer on. I think it's a beautiful bronzer. It's quite natural if you don't go too heavy-handed with this. It still works for me, and I also use it as an eyeshadow. So what I do is I swirl my eyeshadow brush in once, and I use that amount of product for both of my eyes so I don't have to double dip. And the same goes for my bronzing brush as well. I use alcohol on this one, and I now wash my brushes after every single use. So I hope that's good enough, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to use this up. I think that's possible. It's tiny. I use it both as an eyeshadow and bronzer, so even though I don't use a lot, I think I could possibly do it. So that's what I'm going to try. Then I have 2 brow products. I told you the last time that as soon as I finished the Essence one, I was just going to roll in new eyebrow pencils to work on, because I did have a little bit of a collection from kind of trying out different ones for my eyebrow pencil video comparisons. And so I rolled in the e.l.f. Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen and the Essence Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil. This one I'm already done with, the Holy Strokes one. I used this maybe 8 times or so, and then I felt like there's nothing left from this one. It has a this is like a brush tip, so it's different from a regular retractable eyebrow pencil. I've had good and bad experience with these kinds of brow brushes earlier, or brow pens, but I did like the shade and the shape of this one, but the amount, I think it was 0.02 grams or something. It was a ridiculous small amount of product in this, and you could really tell that, I mean, a little tiny bit is showing, but I was really struggling with making this show up on my brows and actually using this. So this is retired now. I will not recommend it. It's not good. So instead I started working on this Essence one, and I have been using it for a few weeks now maybe. I didn't mark this in my notepad, but I think maybe I have a picture of how much there was when I started out, but this is how much I have left, just a little nib. I do think this will be gone in a few days or so. So for sure going to be done by my next update, and then I'm just going to roll in another retractable brow pencil to work on. So yeah, that is it. 5 empties, 1 declutter, and a bunch of other products that I have made fairly good progress on, consider the fact that I haven't used makeup too often this summer. But yeah, that's my update. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye!